हेलो एवरीवन, आई एम मोहम्मद सलीम। वेलकम टू द चैनल राइट डायरेक्शंस बाय सलीम। आज है 9 जुलाई 2020। तो आज की करंट अफेयर्स हम इस वीडियो में पढ़ेंगे, ठीक है। तो जो टॉपिक्स हम करंट अफेयर्स के आज इस वीडियो में पढ़ेंगे, सबसे पहले मैं उनके हेडलाइंस मतलब हेडिंग्स आपको बता देता हूँ, ठीक है। टॉपिक्स के नाम बता देता हूँ, ठीक है। वही हम पढ़ेंगे आज के इस वीडियो में, ठीक है। पहला टॉपिक है कि अल्ट्राटेक सीमेंट्स सब्सिडरी कृष्णा होल्डिंग्स टू सेल इट्स इंटायर 92.5% स्टेक फ्रॉम चाइनाज शैनडांग बिनानी रोंगन सीमेंट, ठीक है। सेकंड टॉपिक है INS केसारी कवर्ड 14,000 किलोमीटर इन 49 days अंडर मिशन सागर टू एक्सटेंड इंडियाज़ हेल्पिंग हैंड अक्रॉस द इंडियन ओशन, ठीक है। थर्ड है कैबिनेट अप्रूव्स डेवलपिंग ऑफ ARHCS फॉर अर्बन माइग्रेंट्स आर पोर अंडर PMAYU, ठीक है ना। फोर्थ है इंडिया नेवी कंप्लीट्स ऑपरेशन समुद्रा सेतु बाय ब्रिंगिंग 3992 इंडियन सिटीजन्स बैक टू होमलैंड, ठीक है। फिफ्थ आ गया एग्रीकल्चर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फंड गेट्स यूनियन कैबिनेट अप्रूवल। सिक्स्थ वन Cabinet approves capital infusion of 12,450 crores in 3 public sector general insurance companies, process of merger ceased, ठीक है। पॉइंट नंबर 7 है टॉपिक कि 8 जुलाई राइथू दीनोत्सवम फार्मर्स डे इन आंध्र प्रदेश। पॉइंट नंबर 9 है कि यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स सबमिट्स नोटिस टू UN सेक्रेटरी जनरल टू विदड्रा फ्रॉम WHO बाई 6 जुलाई 2021, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट टॉपिक स्टेट फाइनेंस कमीशन ऑफ ओडिशा रिकमेंड्स 23,848 करोड़ फॉर PRIs एंड ULBs इन द स्टेट। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ एयरबोर्न एंड एरोसोल ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ COVID-19 कैन नॉट बी रूल्ड आउट, ठीक है ना, एज पर WHO। तो सबसे पहले वाला हम देखते हैं टॉपिक। पहला टॉपिक ये है कि अल्ट्राटेक सीमेंट सब्सिडरी कृष्णा होल्डिंग्स टू सेल इट्स इंटायर 92.5% स्टेक फ्रॉम चाइनाज शैनडांग बिनानी रोंगन सीमेंट, ठीक है ना। हाँ, subsidiary of Ultratech Nathdwada Cement, previously called Binani Cement, Krishna Holdings Incorporated at Singapore, will sell its entire equity shareholding of 92.5% stake from China's Shandong Binani Rongan Cement. The 92.5% stake is worth around $120 million, ठीक है ना, which is 845 million Chinese RMB, ठीक है ना। अल्ट्राटेक नाथद्वारा सीमेंट is a subsidiary company of Mumbai-based Ultratech Cement Limited. This was announced on 7 July 2020 during a regulatory filing by Ultratech Cement Limited, ठीक है ना। हाँ, now about Shandong Binani Rongan Cement, ठीक है ना। Shandong Binani Rongan Cement was set up as a joint venture company in the year 2007. The joint venture company was set up with the 70:30 equity ratio between India's Binani Cement and Rizhao Rongan Construction Materials Co. Limited of China, ठीक है। In November 2018, the Aditya Birla Group firm Ultratech Cement acquired debt-ridden Binani Cement. Binani Cements became a wholly owned company of Ultratech Cement and was renamed to Ultratech Nathdwara Cement, as a result of which the Chinese joint venture company Shandong Binani Rongan Cement becomes a part of Ultratech Cement's portfolio, ठीक है ना। ये हो गया पहला टॉपिक, ये कवर हो गया, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट टॉपिक देखते हैं हम। INS केसारी कवर्ड 14,000 किलोमीटर इन 49 days अंडर मिशन सागर टू एक्सटेंड इंडियाज़ हेल्पिंग हैंड अक्रॉस द इंडियन ओशन, ठीक है ना। सिक्योरिटी एंड ग्रोथ फॉर ऑल इन द रीजन, सिक्योरिटी फॉर ग्रोथ security and growth for all in the region. Following this vision of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the Indian Navy began Mission Sagar to extend India's helping hand across the Indian Ocean. The Mission Sagar was launched on 10th May 2020, and after 49 days, the mission was successfully completed on 28th June 2020 when INS Kesari returned to India. About Mission Sagar. What is Mission Sagar? The mission was launched to deliver assistance to our maritime neighbors in combating the COVID-19 pandemic. Indian naval ship INS Kesari was deployed for Mission Sagar on 10th May 2020. The COVID-19 related essential medicines including hydroxychloroquine tablets and Ayurvedic medicines, medical assistance teams and about 600 tons of food items, INS Kesari embarked for the mission. Over the next 49 days, INS Kesari traveled 75,000 nautical miles, which is more than 14,000 किलोमीटर्स. ठीक है, 14,000 किलोमीटर. नाउ हाईलाइट्स फ्रॉम द मिशन सागर. ठीक है ना, क्या क्या हाईलाइट्स हैं. नंबर 1, एट मॉरिशस एंड कोमोरोस आइलैंड्स मेडिकल असिस्टेंस टीम्स वर डिप्लॉयड. कहाँ पे? मॉरिशस एंड कोमोरोस आइलैंड्स पर. ठीक है ना, मेडिकल असिस्टेंस टीम्स वर डिप्लॉयड. पॉइंट नंबर 2 है, अबाउट 600 टन्स ऑफ फूड आइटम्स वर डिलीवर्ड एट द मालदीव्स. मालदीव्स में 600 टन्स ऑफ फूड आइटम्स. ठीक है. पॉइंट नंबर 3 है, स्पेशल कंसाइनमेंट ऑफ आयुर्वेदिक मेडिसिन्स डिलीवर्ड एट मॉरिशस. ठीक है. नंबर 4 है, असेंशियल कोविड-19 रिलेटेड मेडिसिन्स डिलीवर्ड एट मदागास्कर, सेचेलिस, मॉरिशस एंड कोमोरोस आइलैंड्स. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट है, हाइड्रोक्सीक्लोरोक्विन डिलीवर्ड एट मदागास्कर एंड कोमोरोस आइलैंड्स. ठीक है ना. तो ये 2 टॉपिक हो गए. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक देखते हैं कि कैबिनेट अप्रूव्स डेवलपिंग ऑफ ARHCS फॉर अर्बन माइग्रेंट्स आर पोर अंडर PMAYU. ठीक है ना. To fulfill the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, on 8 July 2020, the Union Cabinet, under the chairmanship of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has given approval for developing affordable rental house complexes ARHCS, affordable rental housing complexes. ठीक है ना. These affordable rental housing complexes ARHCS will be developed as a sub-scheme under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban PMAYU for the urban migrants are poor. ठीक है ना. Now its background. Affordable rental housing complexes as a sub-scheme under PMAYU was announced by the Union Finance Minister on 14th May 2020 as a part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat package. ठीक है. Now, how the ARHCS will fulfill the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. ठीक है ना. The nationwide lockdown announced to combat the spread of infectious novel coronavirus resulted in the loss of employment of workers and daily wage earners in the urban centers of the country, as a result of which the country witnessed a massive reverse migration of the urban workers from the urban centers to their hometown or villages. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, these workers used to stay in slums or other informal and unauthorized colonies in our mostly outside the urban center, from where to cut on their expenses they used to risk their lives by walking or cycling to workplaces for hours every day. ठीक है ना. The affordable rental housing complexes will be made in urban centers of the country, where these migrant workers will be able to avail the houses at an affordable rent. These ARHCS will also be close to their workplace and will also offer them a hygienic, unnecessary travel to far distances. The affordable rental housing complexes will benefit a large number of workers, service providers, students, etc. from rural areas or small towns when they move towards the urban centers in search of better opportunities. ठीक है. Now about ARHCS. ARHCS क्या होता है? ठीक है ना. Under ARHCS at present approximately 3 lakh beneficiaries will be covered. ठीक है. Point number 2. Through 25 years of concession agreements The housing complexes of the government that are vacant at present will be converted into ARICS. ठीक है. Point number 3, for the projects using innovative technologies for construction under the ARICS, an estimated 600 crore of expenditure will be made in the form of technology innovation grant. Next point, private and public entities will be offered special incentives at priority sector leading lending rate concessional loans from banks and tax relief for developing ARICS in urban centers on their available vacant lands for a period of 25 years. ठीक है. Next point, Indian Navy completes Operation Samudra Setu by bringing 3,992 Indian citizens back to homeland. ठीक है ना. समुद्रा सेतु मीनिंग सी ब्रिज, समुद्र का ब्रिज. ठीक है ना. हाँ, ये मतलब होता है समुद्रा सेतु का. ठीक है ना. हाँ, इन एन एफर्ट टू रिपैट्रिएट इंडियन सिटीजन्स फ्राम ओवरसीज, द ऑपरेशन समुद्रा सेतु वाज लॉन्च्ड ऑन 5th May 2020 by Indian Navy. The operation Samudra Setu lasted over 55 days, in which 3,992 Indian citizens were brought back to their homeland by the sea route by the Indian Navy. ठीक है ना. Evacuation operations like Samudra Setu was last conducted by the Indian Navy back in 2015 during Operation Rahat, when 5,600 people, 5600 people, in which 960 were foreign nationals, remaining were Indian citizens, were evacuated from Yemen. जब 5600 लोग जो हैं यमन से निकाले थे, जिनमें से 960 जो हैं वो फॉरेन नेशनल्स थे, बाकी इंडियंस थे. ठीक है ना. तो वो था 2015 का ऑपरेशन राहत. तो अब जो है समुद्रा सेतु जो है 2020 का. ठीक है. हाँ, नेवल शिप्स पार्टिसिपेटेड इन समुद्रा सेतु. ठीक है ना. एम्बिशियस ट्रांसपोर्ट डाक INS जलाश्वा, एम्बिशियस ट्रांसपोर्ट डाक INS जलाश्वा and 3 landing ship tanks INS Erabat, INS Shardul and INS Magar. ठीक है ना. Under the operations, these 4 Indian Navy ships have streamed more than 23,000 kilometers to bring back the Indian citizens from during the COVID-19 pandemic from Maldives, Sri Lanka and Iran. ठीक है ना. हाँ, अब देखते हैं ऑपरेशन समुद्रा सेतु के बारे में. The evacuation Operation Samudra Setu began on 8th May with INS Jalashwa evacuating 698 Indian citizens from the capital city of Maldives, Malé. While on 25th June, INS Jalashwa made the first evacuation drive under the operation by bringing 687 Indian citizens back to India from Iran's Bandar Abbas port. ठीक है ना. The greatest challenge for the Indian Navy was to ensure that there was no incident of the outbreak of COVID-19 infection on any of the on-boarded ships during the entire operation. The Indian Navy has successfully completed the entire operation by strictly taking the planned measures and safety protocols. ठीक है. हाँ. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है कि पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ एयरबोर्न एंड एरोसोल ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ COVID-19 कैन नॉट बी रूल्ड आउट as per WHO. ठीक है ना. Governments across the world are dependent on the recommendations and guidelines of the WHO to curbing the spread of infectious virus. An open letter was published in the Clinical Infectious Diseases Journal by a group of scientists for the World Health Organization WHO on 6 July 2020 for revising the recommendations and guidelines issued by WHO for transmission safety against COVID-19 infections. ठीक है ना. The group of scientists claimed that recent studies have found that COVID-19 infection can be spread through teeny airborne particles. ठीक है ना. As per the WHO recommendations and guidelines to date, COVID-19 infection is being spread through an infected person's mouth and nose in the form of expelled small droplets. On 7th July 2020, the technical lead of WHO for infection prevention and control, ठीक है ना, मारिया वैन Kerkhove had admitted and acknowledged the claims made by the group of scientists. She stated that there can be a possibility of airborne or aerosol transmission of the virus. ठीक है. The WHO has also found such evidences, but evidences found are not definitive, as such transmissions can take place in some specific conditions such as poorly ventilated systems. ठीक है ना. She further added that the WHO will be publishing a scientific briefing on the same in the upcoming days. The open letter was written to WHO in the journal is by a group of 239 scientists from 32 countries across the world. के दुनिया की 32 कंट्री में से जो है 239 साइंटिस्ट ने लिखा है ये लेटर. ठीक है ना. तो हाँ, नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज यूनाइटेड नेशंस. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स सबमिट नोटिस टू UN सेक्रेटरी जनरल टू विथड्रॉ फ्रॉम WHO बाय 6 जुलाई 2021. ठीक है ना. हाँ, the formal notification to the United States Congress was provided on 7 July 2020 by President Donald Trump-led administration on the decision of ending the United States relations with the WHO, World Health Organization, which is the agency of United Nations responsible for public health globally. ठीक है ना. As per the notification, United States government has submitted its notice to the Secretary General of the United Nations to withdraw from the WHO by the 6th of July 2021. The withdrawal of the membership from WHO will be a year-long process, as several factors are likely to come up in which the Donald Trump-led administration won't have control. One such factor is the presidential elections in November 2020. If Trump loses and Democratic Party candidate Joe Biden is elected as the President of the United States, then United States will remain as a member of the WHO, as Joe Biden has publicly announced that he would have the United States rejoin WHO if elected as the President. ठीक है. Now background. Citing the global outbreak of the novel coronavirus pandemic, the United States President on 8th May 2020 has threatened to freeze the fundings of the WHO and also reconsider the United States membership with the organization, as he accused the WHO of repeated missteps taken by them in handling the pandemic. On 29th May 2020, Donald Trump announced that the funding to the WHO from the United States will be halted, as he accused China of having entire control over the WHO. The United States is the largest contributor to the annual budget of the WHO. Over the current 2 years budget period, 15% of the WHO's total funding was made by the United States. $450 million is being contributed by the United States in a year. So thank you. इसके साथ ये वीडियो हमारी ख़त्म होती है. God bless you.